Hello, this is irongeek of irongeek.com, and I'm documenting our trip down to PhrakNIC in Nashville. My buddy Brian is doing the driving for this evening, and hopefully we should arrive there in about 2.5 hours and see what events are going on. We're arriving on Thursday night just to get in on the early happenings and to meet and greet the people we know mostly only from online. Hopefully it should be a fun trip. Well, I've made it down to PhrakNIC, kind of a miniature DEF CON with a southern draw. Yeah. And I'm in the room with Lowtech, also known as Morgellon, and Swordtail, who's going to teach us some stuff about video editing this weekend. But we're currently here on a Thursday night. Not everybody's going to be here until tomorrow morning, and some people aren't going to be late stragglers coming in later on Friday, but I'm going to try to cover the events as they happen, see what kind of cool things people show up. Lowtech, go ahead and show me what stuff you got going on.
We got a little bit of stuff that we've been working on here. We got a little bit of a capacitor dump charge circuit going on here. It's two capacitors and a transistor, and as the current's going through, it's making the lights blink back and forth as the different capacitors charge. Now we've got a couple.
I like blinky stuff.
Oh, we all do. But I got a couple probes hooked up here to my oscilloscope, and I'm trying to tune my oscilloscope to show us the actual what's going on, the electricity as it's pulsing in through. So when I get it tuned and calibrated right, we'll be able to watch all that.
Now, I'm not going to be recording the presentation since someone else is going to be doing that, though I plan on posting some of them later on, like the one I give. But what your presentation is on circuit bending and some
development. Not circuit bending, it's the Arduino microcontroller environment. So me and Droops are doing it together. I'm going to be talking about the hardware, the actual electronic side as far as putting together your little buzzer or your blinky lights. And Droops is going to be talking about writing the code to make your light blink. So we're going to try to mesh the hardware and the software together in one talk. So.
Cool beans. Well, Magellan, on over the Swordtail.
Hello.
You could be giving a presentation on the Live's open source video editor, correct?
That's right.
And assuming this is the rig you're going to be using for the presentation?
Yes, sir. Right now, all I've been doing is kind of setting up the real-time effects within Lives, trying to pick which effects that I'm going to use for the presentation. Basically, the talk that I'm giving is kind of just going to be more of an introduction, get your feet wet, and also to try and recruit a lot of the development people that we need as far as plugin development and more real-time effects and effects developers.
Now, how big is the Live's developer team as of right now?
As of right now, it is really 3 people. It is Gabriel Finch, who is the main programmer, maintainer, Marco Dela Cruz, who is responsible for a big hunk of the real-time effects, along with several of the add-in scripts, and then myself, which most of my part is bug testing, stress testing, and anything else that they need me to do.
So how do you rate using Lives versus some other video editors as far as ease of use, like iMovie or Adobe Premiere, or I hate to admit it, I usually end up using Microsoft Movie Maker just from ease of use, just accepting any videos I throw in it. How does this compare?
Well, it's hard to compare like Windows Movie Maker with ease of use because that program is designed so much for ease of use on the user end. But it is more powerful. Adobe Premiere, especially Premiere Pro, can be extremely complicated for some users.
Oh, hell yes.
I'm not familiar with the Mac side of video editing. I've never used any of their software. But as far as comparing it to, say, Premiere or Premiere Pro or even Vegas, I find it as a much more user-friendly environment to work in.
Cool beans. Look forward to your presentation.
Thank you very much.
A beautiful shot of the Tower of Mordor over there. And Infonomicon.org's fearless leader, which you cannot see in the dark, Drew.
There is no Infonomicon.org. It's Nomicon.info.
Now, why is that? Why the change?
Because I didn't own the domain.
It expired?
Yeah.
And someone else bought it?
I don't know.
Answer good enough.
I like how they got rid of the Bell South logo and actually put an I there. That's nice.
So I saw like the greatest thing.
Okay, man. What do we got going on here?
I'm Mojo Jojo, and I'm soldering clothespins to servos so that we can set them up holding the targets and control it using the servos and all that other stuff. So.
Are you using this along with those Arduino microcontrollers?
Yes.
And what exactly are we going to be shooting?
I I believe they're going to be shooting at cans. Are you asking the weapon, or are you asking the target?
Well, weapon more than anything, because I'm assuming I know the target at this point.
The target's the cans of bottles. I'm not sure what the setup is on that end. So I'm an unwitting volunteer. That's always good to do in a closed room.
Yeah, man, as long as they ain't a 45, you know, I think having the glass windows behind it up on the 9th floor is not going to be a great idea.
Well, like I said, they hung a drape, so that should definitely stop it.
Oh yeah, especially the wild.
Fabric is known for its ability to stop projectiles.
Perfect spider. Super.
Thank you very much, man.
Droops and low-tech, what exactly is the master plan here on this whole clothespin and shooting gallery thing?
We are going to use Arduinos to control a small shooting gallery. Because I'm using Arduinos to control a large shooting gallery for me to go outside and shoot shit in my house.
Cool beans. And so these things are going to basically bring targets up and down?
Yes. Based on stuff. Maybe like motion.
Kind of like that thing at Disney World where you can shoot stuff in the Wild West and have it like move around?
Sure.
That would be Droops humoring me.
Wow.
What's in the mystery bottle?
Not much.
As you can see, we have here the patron gods of hackerdom, Cthulhu, some fat guy, and Yoda.
Thank you for going up and doing that.
Now for the annual opening of the con swag. Let's see what they gave us this year. I've got a guide. Should have a schedule or something in it. And let's see what else we got. Got a bag to carry stuff around in, of course. Scavenger hunt information. Wi-Fi race. Which Bruce Potter and his family will probably win again this year. Ooh. Opaque bottle for mysterious liquids. With Nixon. Oh, love the quotes on the water. And some kind of, I saw this last night, some sort of funky bottle opener, which works in mysterious ways as far as I know, but it's got the Hacker Inside logo on it, so that's cool. And nothing in that pocket. Let's begin the con.
BCD is a little bit different than normal binary, and what we got going on here is that it only goes 0 to 9. Okay, so we've got our normal 1s, 2s, 4s, and 8 column, which is represented by A, B, C, and
When
D.
you get one of your kits, you have to take it all apart. They come just like this, which means that all the parts, all the pieces, the old receiver stub are still on there. All the parts will be different.
This is the.
That's the receiver jig.
That's the receiver jig.
Lovely press.
You got a flat receiver over there?
Yes.
How you doing? Yeah.
Jesus.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing? This goes on.
See you on Binred.
Let's see.
This is the kit how they come. Both of these
It goes like that.
These are
And then this gets bolted on top. And then you set it in here, and then you mash it down, and it bends the receiver, and you end up with.
And here's the finished product, huh?
That's right.
most regular 8D magazines double stacked.
So basically,
Is that Cosmoline on it?
Great without the jig, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to do it without the jig, but there are people that do it.
Is that essentially Cosmoline on it?
Yeah, it's a little bucket of grease somewhere, just to kind of help it when it starts bending around the metal there.
Cool.
That is sweet.
That's fine by me.
These were never designed to be semi.
My drops have all been docked long. My drops have all been docked. My docks have all been dropped long ago.
Adrian Crenshaw.
Exactly.
put one together, make it look nice.
It's all so beautiful.
And that part,
Right about there.
you can't call it something else and sell it as something else.
As you go along, you'll probably find that you'll
I'm here at the Nauticon booth.
migrating away from the schematics except for at top level.
And you a Tiger or Froggy who wants to give a quick spiel on why people should come to Nauticon.
Big blocks down.
Well,
That way you
Nauticon is
can
going
look
to be
at
in
it
its
and
6th year of
see how it
celebrating
works.
creative
It's a bunch of
applications of
text like
technology
this. It's just-
and sharing with the rest of the community, the hacker community. The reason you should come to Nauticon, we're going to be bigger and better than we've ever been
You
before.
can,
We have a new
yes.
venue, double
You
the
can actually
space,
give
more
a
games,
sanity
events,
check.
workshops,
I use that
hands-on
quite a bit in my everyday
events so that people can
job.
not only hear what's
You
going on, but
synthesize
participate
something,
as well.
You write a piece of code and you think you know
Anything
what it's
special
gonna do.
planned for this particular
And then
year?
you go look at the schematic.
Special things. What in particular we're going to be doing different?
10,000 flops in the way of what I want to do.
We're going to have a lot more workshops. We're going to have
that's a good tool also to look at the
our
schematics of what is
one of our workshop rooms. Well, the
You can
workshop room is
also
going to be
look at the
separated, so
fitter,
we can make a lot more
see how
noise,
it's fitting
do a lot more sound stuff,
that
and not bother
logic
anybody else.
generated.
And
Entry,
the block party is going to be back,
synthesis, where
and
it's
we're still in the planning stages for next year. But
maps it to these logic
we are going to add a game room, so we're going to have classic
You
games,
can often catch like
board
really
games, computer
go-ahead
games,
things
and have a whole
fitter
room of
tools,
things for people to do.
where it's like you have one gate at the far end.
Hopefully we're gonna restart Nauticon Radio and do that again. And
this huge delay path.
still up in the air. It just depends on what people want.
The last year I was able to make it was 2007, and I had a good time. Is it the same hotel now?
No, we've actually we spent the first 5 years at the Holiday Inn, and now we are going to the Wyndham, which is still in downtown Cleveland, actually around stuff. So there's a lot of restaurants, bars, and watering holes nearby. But the new venue we have is going to have about twice the space that we had at the previous hotel.
Sounds awesome. Thank you much for your time.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Sky Dog. We're here at PhreakNIC12. We're going to do the Jay Ware chair toss. Last year Jay decided to become rather inebriated and toss the chair off the top of the building. And to keep him from trying to do that again this year, we thought we'd make an official event where we'll take one of these two metal chairs here, and we're going to give everyone a chance to hoof it as far as they can and see if they can beat Jay Ware. Whoever the winner is, we actually have a prize for them, and we'll honor them later on by getting them completely drunk and throwing them off the building. So our game plan here is the orange line noted on the ground here is the starting point. You can't exceed the front side of that line. You have to stay on this side of it when you throw. If you go over, you're disqualified for that throw. The winning toss is farthest impact distance, not skid distance, impact distance from the orange line here.
Okay.
Theoretically, without destroying the vehicles or any other person. Typically me, because I'm going to be out there catching them.
And last year he threw it off the roof?
He actually threw from the 9th floor balcony on the back side of the building. That's a little bit of a distance, don't you think?
Yeah, it's distance, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, everybody understand the rules? We'll go over them again if necessary. We're getting there.
Am I taking pictures of this guy?
I want the phone call on Monday. You did. What?
They don't want to kill the civilians.
It's this. We have to kick your ass and throw a TV off. So it's a sanction now. Just test it around. Seriously, I went in, we found a good, got the right balance, we did chair sticks, we know what we're going with, so. Okay. So, hey, you got a headwind, man. You got a headwind. We're going to let that one quick off and see how bad this is. No, we're going to stand away.
That's my Bronco on the end. See if you can hit it.
Go for it.
Go where?
That's the only thing I can do. That's not bad. Hey, you're way this side of the light, baby.
What? Because I got to get it. Throw that one. You can do it! I believe in hope. Oh, shit!
2 hands allowed?
Yeah, 2 hands.
Do it!
Open change. Sorry.
Loading up.
Underwhelming.
All right. There's irongeek. irongeek at PhrakNIC.
Overhand, 1 hand.
Where's the line for the chair?
Right here. You're in it. See what he's got.
One arm. This is a new technique.
Oh! I am the champion! Nice throw.
Hey, you know, I was wrong about the aerodynamics. I should have got a little planing in there.
Yeah, I got it.
But I'm afraid about hitting those cars if you do this.
That's what I was thinking too.
Oh, that window over there, like one guy almost did.
That's where it's marked.
We got root wars going over here. Whole bunch of boxes to hack. I'm not sure of all the details, but I'm going to be interviewing Not Larry here shortly to find out some more details. All right, you're participating in Root Wars this year, right?
Yes, I am.
What do we got going on here, man?
Well, the first part is to just, this is TCP dump. The first part is just to basically scan the network and try to figure out what's going on.
So this is the cartography part.
Yeah,
okay.
The cartography part. And right now, because it's a switch network, all I'm getting is broadcast tracker. I'm sort of figuring out all the different subnets from there, and then I'll scan them from there.
For the sake of this particular contest, are you allowed to poison the network, or does that only come later on, something less passive?
He says you can't DOS anybody, but you can probably poison. So you probably need to figure out what's going to be there. Unless you set your ARP stuff statically, and then people can't poison you.
Cool. Have you heard of a tool called Network Miner?
Network Miner?
Yeah, unfortunately it's a Windows-only tool, but you've heard of POF, right? For passive OS fingerprinting?
Yes, P0F.
Essentially, Network Miner combines POF, Satori for DHCP fingerprinting, and the EtherCAT fingerprints all into one package. And it sits there and passively looks at the network and figures out what machines are running what.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's some pretty cool stuff. I hope they're doing that in a video later.
What's the name of that?
POF is the name of the Linux tool you can get, but for Windows, it's Network Miner.
Network Miner?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a Windows-only thing as far as I know. I don't think there's support to Linux.
I'll have to try that.
What EEPC you got here? Which model?
I'm not sure. Actually, I'm borrowing this from a friend.
Oh, I've been looking at getting one, but I've been debating what I want.
4G. EPC EEE 4G. He's got a...
I like a stick on the back of it. It's neat.
He's got a 16 gig
cool
memory stick in here, and then this is backtrack off the thumb drive. And he also has a bigger battery. If you're going to get it, get the bigger battery.
What kind of battery life do you think he gets off that?
This one's like 2 to 3, and the huge ass battery that you can get is like 6 to 8 hours.
Kick ass. Thank you.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. I'm also thinking about trying to do some of my videos, putting some background music to them. I will talk to you about sometime about maybe getting something. Of course, I'll put a link to your website and who you are and who's performing the music.
Yeah, you're welcome to put any of our music. Just hit me up, let me know when you do it. That way I can link back to you.
Cool.
That's all that I'm trying to do. Is,
thank you.
Pull in my fans that may not know you.
All right. Are you performing tonight or tomorrow?
10 o'clock.
Okay, cool beans.
I'll be like standing on chairs.
I'll be down there.
Yes.
Right back. E8.
Doing the same thing he's doing, scanning, but using just different tools for the same thing.
Do you know anybody's running a wall of shame of sorts this year or not? I know previous years someone's had one up.
I believe it is on there. It's on the phreaknic.com.
phreaknic.com. Okay.
But I have used definitely that, what is it? Thumb suck?
Oh, yes. Copy everything off of there. I figured that might be of use, and I'm not much of a coder. I just occasionally come up with an idea like, you could really find a lot of information this way.
Right. My last job, I actually had to get some inspiration from some of the higher up kids.
All right, now you're running Root Wars this year, right?
Yes.
Tell me the details of what's going on, what the rules are, how this game is being played.
The initial attempts are to find the network, map the network. We're having cartography run. See what you can find about what's on the network.
Cool.
Make a list of ports, servers, whatever you find, and then turn it in. And
it's all footprinting for right now.
We'll play that like a boggle game.
Footprinting and enumeration.
More than one person has the same data, then we forget it. Why we don't count it. And if somebody has something unique that we can verify, they probably get some points towards the King of the Hill. There's going to be pen testing. We've got pen testing CDs from GIs and some people that are familiar with it that are going to work with folks, and they're basically going to teach people how to do this stuff, give them a mindset of breaking into systems or how to do it. And then the King of the Hill will be tomorrow evening, and basically that'll be try to footprint the boxes, try to put something on the boxes.
Gain root and keep it?
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's going okay. People are involved. There's a lot of people sitting around working on it, and they're sharing, they're teaching each other how to do stuff. They're asking me questions, but I don't know anything about technology. So
awesome. I'd like to attend it, but unfortunately I'm downstairs doing large portions of it, listening to the talks, and I'm presenting one.
That's pretty much all there is to it.
Well, thank you for your
trying to get people involved, Larry, and get it going.
Thank you for your time, Larry.
I got 4 different scripts. I have clear, I have kill, pwn, move text. Pwn is actually going to CD to my root directory and start my script, which is called Discover. The Discover script will be on my website later for you guys to see. The RM text, my script's going to generate 3 different text files. If you are doing various different pen testings, you don't want to type in rm space star.txt. So I just made a shortcut to it. That. So it's going to remove all the text files that I had already generated.
Alright, this is irongeek here, sitting out in the lobby at PhreakNIC 2008. Now, I showed you just a little bit of John and Lee's presentation, hacking iPhone apps and so forth. Now I'm going to show my little personal mobile hacking tool off. I'm going to do what's known as blue casing or war nibbling. Essentially, it's kind of like war driving, except for you're trying to look for Bluetooth devices. You could walk around a parking lot and see what, Bluetooth devices people have in the area. So what I'm going to do is I have the Debian change root application installed. So essentially, I have Debian on this system where I can apt get any old Debian package I want, pretty much, as long as there is an ARM version of it. All I have to do is issue a command. By the way, this is my Nokia N810. Runs Linux. And let me see if I can get this running. The focus on this Adaptec is not exactly what you'd call all that quick. But I'm running BT Scanner. It loads up. I'm going to hit I to do an inquiry scan. You can also do a brute force scan. This brute force is Bluetooth IDs, but that's going to take a little longer. And it's probably not going to be very practical for this. Now, anybody that has the Bluetooth in discovery mode, I should eventually see on this list. Like I just found somebody. I can then select them off the list. Like you see, it found someone. Monkey Say What is the name of this particular Bluetooth device. And you see it has a few more. But I can choose a Bluetooth device, hit enter on it, and pull up more details. And this is a real major problem focusing with this particular device. You can see when it was first seen, when it was last seen, what kind of device it is, in this case a smartphone. If you go down far enough, you'll find out what services it offers, like OBEX push, all that kind of stuff. What vendor that particular, well, what amounts to a Bluetooth MAC address. They don't call it a MAC address, but that's essentially what it's like. You see what vendor it belongs to, and a little bit more information about it. Oh, I'm too loud? Oh, sorry, that's okay.
I'm not trying to bother you. I'm just making noises because I'm drunk.
Oh, well, that's alright. And let's see what else we found. We found someone's BlackBerry. We found somebody's unknown device, I think. And I'm going to walk into the main convention area and we'll see what extra devices we find. I got to stay quiet though because I don't want to interrupt the speech. That's okay.
My phone here says, oh, you don't have to worry about getting the phone out. I still go ahead and make sure the phone bubbles. You should leave the phone in there. You should leave it in there. Everybody freaks out about it. I'm going to put my beer on top of that. It's going to ruin the taste of it. Absolutely not. I've been doing it for years. Go on top of the phone. The way you think of it, if you clean everything correctly, then it should already be all up.
Well, this Andrew guy is the only extra thing I found, unfortunately. So I'm going to move a little bit closer to the reception area where everybody's registering and see if I can find anything interesting. And the light just went out. Well, I think the unknown device has been resolved to be something called Phil phone.
And again, I was having more trouble keeping the gun from jamming over anything else.
As you can see, the Adaptec Action HD isn't exactly quick on the focus, but once you actually get the macro mode working, it does a pretty good job. What can you expect for a cheap camera?
Natively, Windows run just as fast as any hardware.
With me and irongeek
Unfortunately, getting hackers together is like herding cats. So when we're actually going to get there, I don't know. When we get there, this will be very
there in a couple hours.
Couple hours? That's good enough.
Now, hopefully soon.
I'll tell if they really want me, which they pursued me, and I said, well, then I want this, and they said, okay, and I went, okay.
Then you don't have an excuse. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
About to get off crowd on.
I don't know if I brought any cards.
Again,
it's also beautiful.
It's on fish balls.
Do we have a drinking problem there?
Never. I think we do. Look, he's done. Cheers.
Oh hell. That's cool. We're now upstairs on the 9th floor, and I'm blinding Doss Man. And his girlfriend. How you doing? And
they're been around forever.
What's
Then I got some single board.
And checking out the pizza. That's not pizza.
Uh-oh. Have you seen the breadboard? That's good. The OOPIC? No? Check that out.
Is that like a stamp? Pig stamp?
Oh, it's like a stamp on a
It's $5.
It's full of stars.
Yeah, it's programming in a Visual Basic like.
He's got all sorts of little pretty lights flashing. What's up, Zach?
How's it going? Good to see you.
It's going okay, man.
Good. Hello.
You have anything to say for the Iron Geek audience?
That's about it.
Okay, back up to the 9th floor to check out what's going on with Root Wars. What's your handle?
Yeah,
My name is Ryan.
Right. What's the current status of Root Wars? What stage are we on as far as the process?
About halfway between silver and bronze.
That's a lovely process to be part of, yes.
Progress is slow, though.
So he's still just doing enumeration, pretty much?
Sort of. I'm just getting stuff right to see if I can get a password.
Cool.
So I have the Backtrack 2 and Backtrack 3, but it's an old beta.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't have a newer one. There's no way to download it unless you go to a whole other hotel and use their network.
Yeah.
But I've been told that it's port 80 that's messed up. So if you use some other port to download, you're okay.
Yeah, the Squid proxy's a little loopy. I've been remoting out on my phone, which quite frankly is the only real safe way to do it.
That's probably why I'm not getting any keys. I'm not getting EPG keys for any of these packages. So they're probably replacing all my packages with their own.
Yeah. Shouldn't be downloading any of those packages.
I don't care about this one.
And what step in the process are we on?
We haven't been here that long, to be totally honest. We're not actually officially in the contest. I think we came after they shut down the actual part. I just walked up and I was like, "Hey, you guys mind if I hang out and shoulder surf and see what I can learn?" And they were like, "Sure, sit down and play in." So we did.
Apple Darwin.
So I think those guys over there are a little more serious about it than
Gotcha.
Well, I'll tell you what about those fellows over there is one of them kept saying that there's an Apple computer on the network. Because he's like, I'm scanning and I'm telling you there's an Apple computer on the network. And he's the only one with an Apple computer on the network. So he might be scanning himself.
Well, sometimes it's fun to scan yourself. I mean, yeah, okay.
So should I be attacking PhrakNIC, that irongeek.org?
Yes, definitely. Everybody here can
DOS hackme.irongeek.com as much as they want to. DOS it.
Who's it pointed to?
Hackme.irongeek.com. Go ahead and DOS it as soon as you want. Now, see, if I'd been a real punk, I would have pointed to the FBI or the NSA. Which is completely, a valid way of doing it. What's up, Joopsy Boopsy?
What's up, Iron Geek?
It's all good.
So you sucked at that chair throwing contest.
Yeah. Hey, I did it one-handed and overhanded. Droops is now blind, and he deserves it.
Pretty blind.
We have operator here from allmcCurdy.com. What you got going on here at PhreakNIC?
Replace all executables with a 301 redirect to my payload.
I've seen that built on, I found doing some work of that stuff, because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's all Iron Geek's fault, because he gave me the heater cap run, and I just went from there, and I said, oh, what can I do?
I just wish there was more documentation on the thing.
Well, if you look online for anything heater cap, you always end up with Iron Geek.
And the thing is, I don't know shit about it, to be honest with you.
That's the crazy thing, is that, like, there's no like people that really do it. I guess they already know everything about it or whatever.
Is the project dead? I mean, EtherCap hasn't been updated in a couple years, right?
That's the main problem.
And by the way, the Windows port doesn't work. It kind of crashes with the shit.
As good. I've been messing with it. The EtherCap for Windows.
It was crashing left and right for me, but the Linux version works fine. Oh
yeah, works fine. I did the 302 redirect. Any executable which was based on the evil grade thing that Paul.com Security Weekly did. It's for Apple, JavaScript, and stuff that'll redirect to a download.
Yeah, a guy named John Strand. If you check out my website, he did a video on using evil grade. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And he sent that.
That's where I got the original idea. I was like, who cares? Why not just replace every single executable with my fucking 301 redirect? Whether or not it's going to work with all their...
Yeah. For those who don't understand exactly what he's saying, he's basically saying if someone's using any kind of HTTP transfer to grab an exe, it sees it's an exe and goes, let me do a redirect, which is part of the HTTP protocol, and let me make them download this exe instead. This exe is of his choosing. Now the problem is, and he's trying to figure it out, and now that he's told me about it, I'm going to try to figure this out. The problem is, when you do the redirect, the file name is not what they expect. Yeah. You can do something generic, like set up that exe, and most people probably run it.
That would be the idea.
But ideally, if they're downloading Firefox.exe, you want what you're redirecting them to be is Firefox.exe.
Which for some reason or other I can't get EtherCap to do what I want it to do.
But both of us would probably better explain this whole concept if we had been imbibing less.
Well, what was the guy there? Ben, the infosec guy, he was using 302 redirect stuff with Apache to do a transparent proxy to basically do the same thing that I wanted to do.
There's a few ways to do it, I have to imagine.
Yeah, I know that Apache can do the 302 redirect with a transparent proxy to whatever exe. Whether or not it's going to be the same thing that I was doing with the executable, it's going to be the same name, but I don't know. But
and Jay Bill's been messing with some. Jay Bill's been creating something called Midler, has he released the code for that yet?
Yeah, it's supposed to come out, and then there's the whole eater. What do you call it? The whole Kiz Metasploit.
Oh, called Metasploit.
Our Metasploit.
I heard the Paul.com guys talking about that code.
And then there's the Fawn router stuff that the Hack5 guys did, which that's $40 for the card for the box. So
for the Fawn?
I might do it. Yeah.
Oh, Code Still gave me one a few cons ago. He just flat out gave me one. By the way, thank you, Code Still, for doing that.
As long as you get it before it plugs in the internet or whatever, you can do all this crazy shit.
I think even afterwards, it just requires you to do some extra work to make it work.
Yeah.
Because I've bricked it before, and what you have to do is like hook it up to your own machine, and during the boot phase, hit the right reset button. It's convoluted.
But you can still do it.
But there's ways of doing it. My understanding.
You don't have to get like a first gen or whatever.
Jessica, that's what it is.
Okay.
Oh, and Darren's going to be here this year apparently.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've stalked his girlfriend inadvertently
for many years.
Yeah. So
which one is his girlfriend?
The snub scene with I didn't know it was his girlfriend at the time.
Should I cut this part out of the video?
Yeah, cut this.
What's your handle, man?
Omegix.
Alright, what we got working on here?
Well, this is a USB authenticated door unlock servo mechanism.
I'm going to swing around here. Go ahead.
And what it's doing is it's waiting for a USB device to be plugged in. And when it does, the computer will read the iSerial number off of the chip, not actually any of the media on the disk. You don't even have to mount the media. You can just plug in a USB device. It could probably even be like a mouse. And then it would read the iSerial information off the chip. And if it's in the database, it will send an ASCII character in plain text to the FreeGuino board. And then the FreeGuino board instructs the servo to turn to the correct position. Now, the FreeGuino board, let's say you're on the inside of the door and you want to get out. You can hit the button and this will unlock. As long as this is closed, it will lock back in 5 seconds. But let's say the door is open. This is going to remain in the unlock position until you shut the door, and then 5 seconds later, it will come in and lock back.
How does this differ from popular RFID shenanigans?
Well, RFID, one of the situations, it's still cost prohibitive to go in and steal people's RFID tags, but it can be done. You can just carry a reader in your pocket and go and say, oops, I knocked into you, and all of a sudden you have the information. You take that home, you write it to a badge, and now you can get into wherever that RFID tag is. Now, if you steal someone's USB key, you still have to go in and get the iSerial information off of it, and if you wanted to duplicate it, maybe you have to do hardware emulation? I'm not sure. I'm sure it could be done. Anything can be hacked, but it would probably be cost prohibitive and difficult. The average hacker, or the average guy who's breaking your home, he's not going to take the time to hack it. He's just going to kick your door in. Of course, it's a deadbolt. It'll be much harder to kick the door in.
Yeah. And in theory, you can program this to accept a much more complicated key off of the thumb drive itself, off of its FAT16 formatted partition.
You could do two-factor authentication. You could do the iSerial number and then a file, whether it be encrypted or not encrypted. Something you have and then another something you have.
So
I guess that's one factor.
Jack in a thumb drive and it acts like a key.
Right.
And this is all using the Arduino system, Droops and Low-Tech were talking about earlier?
That's right. It's using the FreeGuino, which is an Arduino knockoff. The Diasimila, I may be pronouncing that incorrectly, board.
So how much does this entire assembly cost, excluding the computer?
Excluding the computer, about $60. The servo's about $12. The FreeGuino, I've heard you can buy for $20. I bought this one for $36 because it was already populated. And then, the Tupperware container, it's just for display because it's a prototype. It's just meant to show a proof of concept.
It keeps it fresh.
You're right. You know the door's ready to unlock when you hear the
fresh ponage.
Right. So this you can get these cheap just about anywhere. I think I paid $7.
That is a magnetic sensor, right?
Right. It's a magnetic read switch. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you for your time.
Oh, sure.
More breadboard fun. Apparently a little bit of hacking e-paper, I'm thinking. A little religious propaganda from Brother Bob. Animal cookies, can't go wrong with that. Some Byte magazine. Yippee! And the geek staple of chess. Okie dokie.